The Toy Workshop Mystery, Christmas Bedtime Story for Kids. Today we have a book named The Toy Workshop Mystery, Christmas Bedtime Story for Kids. I think they're so pretty. I hope you guys really enjoy it. I love it. Please give this video a like if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Thank you, reading. So, here we go. In the heart of the North Pole, nestled amidst blankets of snow, lay Santa's enchanting toy workshop. This bustling, magical place was where the jolly old elf himself, Santa Claus, and his team of skilled elves worked tirelessly all year round to create toys for children around the world. Among these diligent elves was a curious and quick-witted young fellow named Benny. Benny was not your typical toy-making elf. He had a keen eye for details and a passion for solving puzzles. Instead of working at the toy assembly line, Benny had a special job as an apprentice detective elf. He had always loved reading mystery novels and solving riddles, and now he used those skills to keep the North Pole safe. One crisp winter morning, Benny arrived at the toy workshop, ready for another day of toy making and, hopefully, a little detective work. As he strolled through the workshop, he couldn't help but notice a sense of unease among the elves. "What's going on?" Benny asked a fellow elf named Jingle, who was in charge of painting toy soldiers. Jingle sighed, his pointy ears drooping. "Benny, something strange is happening. Toys are disappearing from the shelves, and nobody knows where they're going. It's making everyone anxious, especially with Christmas just around the corner." Benny's eyes sparkled with intrigue. "A mystery, you say? Well, Jingle, it's time for Detective Benny to get to work." With that, Benny set off on his investigation. He began by examining the shelves where the toys were kept. There were gaps among the rows of stuffed animals, wooden trains, and colorful building blocks. It was as if some toys had vanished into thin air. His first clue came from Tinsel, a plump and cheerful elf who worked on the toy train. "I heard strange noises at night," Tinsel confessed. "Like soft footsteps and giggles, but when I looked, there was no one there." Benny made a mental note of this. Nighttime giggles and mysterious footsteps. It sounded like the work of mischievous elves. But Benny had to be sure. The detective elf decided to set up a hidden camera in the workshop to catch the culprits in the act. He carefully positioned it in a corner and left it to record overnight. The next morning, Benny eagerly checked the footage. To his astonishment, he saw a group of tiny, mischievous elves sneaking around the workshop shelf. They tiptoed, whispered, and giggled as they swiped toys off the shelves and hid them in their sacks. "These must be the elves of the night," Benny whispered to himself. Legends had it that these mischievous elves loved to play pranks, but they had never been caught before. With the evidence in hand, Benny knew he had to confront the elves of the night and put an end to their mischief. But he also realized that the elves needed a lesson in teamwork and the true spirit of Christmas. That night, Benny approached Santa Claus with his findings. Santa listened carefully and nodded, his white beard flowing like a river of snow. "Benny, my boy, we need to teach those elves of the night the importance of giving and sharing." Together, they hatched a plan. Instead of scolding the mischievous elves, Benny and Santa decided to organize a special event at the toy workshop, a night of sharing and generosity. Benny hoped that by showing the elves of the night the joy of giving, they would change their ways. The night of the event arrived, and the toy workshop was transformed into a winter wonderland. There were festive lights, sparkling decorations, and even a table piled high with cookies and cocoa. As the elves of the night arrived, Benny welcomed them with a warm smile. "Tonight, we're going to do something special," he announced. "We're going to share our love and joy with those less fortunate than us." With Santa's help, Benny explained the importance of giving and the joy of making others happy. The elves listened attentively, their eyes wide with wonder. Then, one by one, the elves handed out the toys they had taken from the shelf. Their giggles and mischief turned into smiles and laughter as they saw the delight on the faces of the other elves. Benny watched with a heart full of joy. The elves of the night had learned the true meaning of Christmas, the joy of giving and sharing. From that day on, they joined their fellow elves in creating toys for children around the world, working together as a team. And Benny, the detective elf, knew that he had not only solved the toy workshop mystery, but also helped spread the magic of Christmas. As Christmas Eve approached, the North Pole was filled with laughter and cheer. Toys were once again carefully placed on the shelves, ready to be delivered to children on Christmas morning. Benny, with a sense of fulfillment, joined Santa and his fellow elves on the sleigh. As they soared through the starry sky, he knew that the spirit of Christmas was stronger than ever, thanks to the lesson he had shared with the mischievous elves of the night. The end. Good job, friends. Thank you so much for reading with me. Bye, I'll see you next time.